a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
You ain't going nowhere. Double tight, guys, double tight. Three down. Ready.
On first down, it's Mitchell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Hey, Mike.
And back to Sermon on first down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, it's Sermon, and he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. Watch the slant. 15's the mark.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Get in the weight room. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
52 blue. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. It's our time. Smash, red. It's our time. Faster.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready. Black, 95. Watch 54. Hey, watch your lane. Mine's 54. Mine's 54.
And now here's a carry heading left. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Red, 38. Watch the run. Zoom black. 57 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. Black ultras.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's George. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
We got 3. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the last 6.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hut, 33. Hello. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Slam. Cross, 10. Ready, go.
Off the option, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mike 57. Mike 57. Oh, here we go. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. 10 black.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Mike, 4. Check the outs. Check the outs.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Red cycle.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Yellow, 43.
I got you. Watch right, watch right, watch right.
Now a play fake. Lance. And this complete to Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
95.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Drill green. Striker. Green.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
We got double up.
Slice. 97.
Mike's 57's Mike. Hey, watch the screen.
Slice blue.
Watch the screen.
Set. Go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You got it, son. Mike 48, Mike 48.
Working from the gun, Lance steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Down, 45, white. Check, 48's the blue check.
Go, D. Let's go.
Let's go.
Lance, a give now to Sermon. Bulldozes past him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Lance on the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Mike 15.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Packers pick it up.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Our time. This our time. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go.
Six, Mega.
57.
Go red.
57. Go. Go.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. All day.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
57's the Mike.
All 43 rail.
Check 15.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Check 43.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
57's the Mike. Watch
Green Jack.
Here we go.
Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to Hardman. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 57. Exit.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get some penetration. 57's the Mike. 57.
Hey, Green.
Rip left. 57's the Mike.
Check pink.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Fury. Yellow. Ready. Go.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Blue striker.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Back to throw again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the...
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Let's go. Right there, 54, right there, right there.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
4 down.
Black Ultra.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance got a man. That's Trent Sherfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd and 8.
Come off the ball hard.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
57. Mike, 57.
Red cycle. Come on, boy.
Back to throw here.
Don't be scared of it.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57.
They'll look to throw here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Room past the 20, and finally taken down to the 25-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second down now, it's Mitchell. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football, because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run.
Here's Lance. Flushed out right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right here, right here.
Yellow, zoom.
Mike 54. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike's by
Green Jacks.
Mike's by 4. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Go.
Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Ready?
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
You're trash, you're trash.
Rail, yellow.
Hey, check.
Ready, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's George. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Now, that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Ready. 52 blue.
57's the Mike. You run. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Check safety.
Down now. 50 Fury.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And some room to roam now. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check smash.
Crunch. Check 52.
Ready.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 48 Mike, 48.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. He gets this one to Boyd. That catch good for only a couple.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking downfield for Godwin. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking downfield for Godwin, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They have bucked the trend so far. A sterling performance to this point, on the road no less in the wild card round, and they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Black Ultra.
54 is Mike.
38.
Check. Watch that.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
A first down run by Jones, not going to work out as he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
He's going to let it fly.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Let's go. Yellow, 43.
Here we go, here we go.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.